All right, students, we are hopefully getting towards 5 layers. And once you have 5 layers, what we are going to do is start thinking about what we're going to add on to our artwork. And what we're going to do is think about our plan that we made and think about, well, the things that we got to do. This is someone's. So you're going to look at your plan and think, what do we need to build off of it? Once we get that idea, what we're going to do is come over here. And there's all this cardboard. And the cardboard should be stacked nicely. If it's not, we can stack it nicely and neatly. We're just going to take what we need. I'm going to take this piece because I think I'm going to need some big pieces for what I want to do. If I drop a piece on the floor, no worries. Just pick it up, put it back in, keep the area clean. So I'm going to take this piece over to my station. Then I'm going to cut out my details. So I'm going to do that right now. So as soon as I cut out the pieces I wanted, I have all this extra stuff. So I'm going to take the big stuff like this, and I'm going to take it back over here and either stack it up here nice and neatly or put it in one of the recycling bins nice and neatly so nothing falls out. And then I can go back here and all this little stuff I don't need, I'm going to collect that. And I'm going to take this to this big recycling bin right here and drop it in. I'll go back to my spot and I have some things. So what I'm gonna make today is a unicorn. And to do that, I got 2 ears and I got a unicorn horn that I'm going to attach to the head. So to do that, if I tried to attach this here, it's not gonna, it just doesn't, no, it doesn't stick. What I need to do is cut things called tabs. So what I'm gonna do is cut little incisions. I'm just gonna use the back of my scissors because that's where the most power is. If I try to cut it with just the front of the scissors, it doesn't cut much, but there's a lot of power right here. And when I have these incisions, I'm gonna fold one way, fold one the other way, and fold one the other way. And now what I have is places to attach these to my area. If the tabs are a little bit big, all I can do is trim them down like so. If I need to, if I want to sit back further. And now I have places that my ears can go onto there. And we're not using glue, we're not using tape. Well, we're sort of using glue, we're using paper mache. And so once I have this down, what I'm going to do, and I have all my pieces cut down, because it's easier to cut them all at one time versus cutting and then gluing and then cutting. So we'll just imagine that those are all cut down. What I'm going to do, put all my little pieces in a pile, keep it organized, keep it clean. By doing that, you should be all set, okay? So I'm gonna take this little pile of paper, I'll move this over here so you can see it. I'm gonna set this where I want it on my mask, and then I'm going to paper mache, so wring out so it's not dripping all over my table. See how dry this is? I wrung that out. It was fully submerged in there. Then I can put this piece right on my tab, and I can put my tab right onto the back. Now, you might need to hold your piece on. It's gonna probably fall off as you get it started. So what I would do is do another one, wring it out, and then I can then attach it on like so. And I can take other ones and attach it on as well and overlap it so it starts holding it. Okay. If I need to, I can use the edge to wring it out, but make sure all that stays in. I'm gonna overlap here like so. I'm just overlapping to create a nice firm bond. And then what I can do is start working on the other areas. I want to make sure that this isn't super wet. I'm not dripping. There's not a lot of drips on here. That's how you know you're doing it correctly. If you're having a problem like mine, where it's sort of seesawing, what you can do is bend your cardboard. And then you can attach it in. It should lay a little bit smoother and flatter. So you're just going to start paper macheing your cardboard pieces on. And it is difficult to do this, but we can create some cool things by doing it this way. through. And I'm overlapping. That overlapping is going to lock these pieces in, especially once they dry. I'm going to work on the back side because one side isn't going to hold this enough. I need all the sides holding it. And now my ear is staying on a little bit. I still need to paper mache everything. I want to make sure the base of this, I can get back to two-handed or two-fingered construction. Lock these pieces in so they don't come up. So I'm going to work on this and make this become paper mached so it stays on to the mask. Okay? And I'm just going to work my way up. I'm going to paper mache the whole ear, front and back. And then they'll stay on, okay? So I'm going to do that right now. All right, suits, here is my ear. You can see I have went around it one time. I've attached it. I've done some extra pieces out here to help secure it. Now I'm gonna let it dry. Once this dries completely, then I will do another layer. I can work on another ear over here. I can work on the unicorn here while that dries, but I want this dried completely before I do another layer. For each thing you add on, you need to do 3 layers, 3 of them, so that they are sturdy and they're not going to go anywhere. Make sure that your attachment points are overlapping, which causes locking to happen when it dries. So make sure you're not skipping any layers on these. For each thing you add on, it's just going to need some extra paper mache so that we can make these things happen. So if I was going to work on this horn, I would just cut some tabs. I'll bend them out. And then I would curve them, and then I would paper mache them onto the forehead, like so. Whoop. And then I got a unicorn horn, and then I'd paper mache up and around, all the way around there, okay? So that is what we're looking for, adding the details now after you have your 5th layer onto your mask, and then you're gonna do 3 layers for all the things that go around it. Can't wait to see what your mask looks like in the end.